Welcome back to Step into College. I'm Koyah Rivera, and today I am joined by Mike Minter. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good. You are a retired NFL player.
Yes. Retired about 3 years ago.
Okay.
2007 was my last year, and
Who did you play for?
Oh, the Panthers.
The Panthers.
I mean, it's only one team. We in North Carolina. It's only one team. I played for the Panthers. I got drafted in '97, second round, and played there for 10 years. And retired. I played for one team the whole time, which is a rarity in the NFL now with free agency and all the things that goes on. And now this is home. I mean, we love North Carolina. And
wonderful.
Yes, come from Oklahoma and play college ball at Nebraska.
Well, see, you know that this is Step into College, so I had to talk to you about where did you go to school?
Yes, I went to Nebraska, Cornhusker, and so in the Midwest, and won 2 national championships there, and
wow.
So great experience there in college, and so.
Now let's talk about how you decided to go there, because there's so many wonderful colleges.
Yes.
I'm sure that coming out of high school, you were a wonderful, great athlete, probably one of the top in the country.
Yes.
So how did you decide on Nebraska?
Well, you know what? Ever since the 3rd grade, I saw Nebraska playing for the national championship in '83. And I said, you know what? I want to go to Nebraska. That's the school I want to go to. So since the 3rd grade, I
so 3rd graders out there.
That's right. So
there's hope.
Keep that dream alive. And so that's how I ended up in Nebraska. I didn't care about anybody else. I wanted to go there. And when I got that call, I said, I'm there.
Wow. What did you major in at Nebraska?
Mechanical engineering. And
wow.
So I came into school.
Science, math, always really enjoyed
math. I enjoyed math. I enjoy the process of thinking, putting things together, and so that's what I enjoy. Yeah. Formulas, love figuring things out, and how things go together and work together, and so very much just like teamwork, right? So you play sports, you play all this, and how the quarterback works with the running back, with the lineman, and same thing.
He's teaching here.
Yes, I'm teaching you guys right now. So,
now, did you always dream of going to the NFL? Or did that just
Ever since I was born. I tell people I came out of the womb playing football. Okay, so it was something that nobody ever told me to play. It was something that I always wanted to do. And so from 5, 6 years old, I was dreaming.
Did you start with Pop Warner? Or?
I started with Pop Warner in the 3rd grade.
3rd grade is a critical year, parents.
It is. Because when you think about it, 3rd grade is when they decide how many prisons they're going to build also. So 3rd grade is very, very critical to where you end up. And so, yes. It's amazing. Matter of fact, I'm going to write my next book. It's going to be the 3rd grade something.
Wow. Well, let's talk about the first book.
Yes.
What's the title of the first book then?
Driven by Purpose, The Power of a Dream. And
well, this is our Dreams to Reality segment. So
is
perfect.
it?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
This segment, you didn't know this, is only reserved for people that I feel are living their dreams in the area of their passion.
Wow.
Because here at Step into College, we're all about helping students to find their passion and step into education in that area.
Oh, wow. Well, everybody that's listening need to get a copy of my book, because that's what it's about. It is exactly about that. Because I believe that your passion and your desire, which is your dreams, is really where it's going to lead you to your purpose. And as you go through that, you're going to find out, God's going to continue to reveal to you what is He up to with you.
So he was teaching earlier, now he's preaching.
That's right. So
he has many calls, many hats.
That's right.
So talk to me. You really need to talk to them.
Yes.
Because when I'm out there are so many young people that want to play professional ball. Some of them have the skills and the attributes.
Yes.
And some of them might not. And they're in middle school right now. They're in 3rd grade. And they're putting all their eggs in the NFL or NBA basket. Talk to that student that might be doing that and not have a plan B or a backup plan.
Well, I will say this, is that it's very, very difficult to become a professional anything.
What's the stats or the statistics? Do you know, like?
Less than 1% make it. Okay?
Y'all hear that?
Less than 1%. That is amazing.
Wow.
Right?
And
so
you were one of the blessed
That's right.
few.
So if you had, you gotta roll that over there. You know what? I believe that it's okay to have the passion and the desire to want to play the game. But again, as you walk through that, be mindful of opportunities that opens up while you playing high school ball.
Okay, give me some examples. What do you mean?
Well, let's say that I'm learning how to work in team, right? And all of a sudden, it might be a Army recruiter that comes through.
And they do come through.
Yes, and it touches you, but you like, well, now I'm football. No, follow what touched you when that person came into your life. So I think it might be a coach that says something that spark your mind to go in a different way. Don't turn it off. Don't think.
So they have to be open to other possibilities?
You have to be open to other possibilities.
Okay.
You have to. Because if you don't, then you will lose really where you need to be going. And that door sooner or later is going to shut, and you're going to say, well, my dreams are shattered. Well, no, you weren't paying attention. Right? If you're paying attention to what's going on around you, then you will move into the next phase of your life. Prime example, I played in the National Football League for 10 years, right? Okay, I retired on my own. Okay, I had 3 more years left on my contract.
Wow.
Could have continued to play if I wanted to.
Right.
But I had to be open to the other opportunities that was coming in my life, right? And which was business. And so an opportunity came.
Because now that's what I see.
That's
businessman.
Right. That's right.
I'm saying football, but I'm seeing businessman.
Absolutely.
You recreated yourself,
you
reinvented yourself, stepped into a new phase of your life. But what afforded you that opportunity? Did college help in going to school help and education help?
Absolutely. Without education, you can't do football. Okay, a lot of people don't understand. When you come when you come in, you got a playbook that this thick that you have to know, right? And if you don't have the process of thinking, you don't understand how to do that, which education teaches you that, right? If you don't know how to read, which is the key to everything in this world, you have to be able to read, and a lot of people don't understand. When you read books, it opens your mind and the possibilities of where you can go. See, that's why it's so. That's why
a lot of our young people are reading.
No, they're not.
I mean, they're on the computer. Y'all know what y'all are doing on the computer and texting and. So reignite that love for reading.
Yes, because it's open. It really does, and I didn't understand that either. Now coming through school, high school. When I got to college, the first book I read was the Bible.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So I read it, and it begins to open up my mind. So now I make sure I read a book, a month. Because it is said that the people you hang around with and the books you read will determine where you end up.
Wow. You might need to repeat that one again because some young people, they're great, they're on the right path, they're headed in a good direction, but the people around them
might not be going that same direction.
Yeah, and they might be influencing them negatively. Some of the young people that are watching are dealing with that.
Yes, and that's critical. To be able to pick your, I call it your team. Making sure that the right people is on your team, the right people is on the bus, going in the same direction you going. Think about this. We're in a car. We're going somewhere. And all of a sudden you decide, no, I don't want to go that way. Let's go this way. And you take the wheel. And I'm trying to take the wheel. What happens? We crash. See, that's what happened in people's life is when you put somebody on your bus or in your life that's not going in the same direction, that have the same goals and purpose for themselves, then what happens is you crash.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
And crashing might equate to even dropping out of school,
Right.
or deciding
Right.
not to go to college, or
Right.
not getting the scholarship offer.
That's right.
Or, yeah.
See, opportunities. Again, scholarship, it's a lot of scholarship opportunities out there, right? So you write this, essay, or you apply for this grant, you apply for this scholarship. See, that's opportunities. But if you're not paying attention, right, you'll miss those opportunities. Yes. And there's plenty of them out there for you. So
I agree, but they have to prioritize.
Yes. Yes.
And a lot of times you guys don't apply. The money sits there.
Yes.
And it goes unused because you're not applying, or they wait
Yes.
until the last minute.
Yes.
They wait into junior or senior year instead of researching sophomore year. But that's something else. What would you say, though, to a high school athlete that's watching?
Yes.
What's one of the best things he can do to prepare for college athletics?
Oh, wow. I guess the number one thing that I would say is pay attention to your coaches, because they're there for a reason. They're not there just because, right? They're there to help you along the way. So I think that's very important. The other thing is that respect everybody. Because guess what? When a college recruiter comes into your school, they're not going to just talk to you. They're going to talk to your teachers. They're going to talk to your classmates. They're going to talk to your teammates. They're going to talk to people that's all the way back in elementary. So they're going to do their whole research. Why? Because they're investing over $100,000 in you. See, a lot of people don't understand that, right? I mean, you're getting a free education.
Right.
So they're investing money in you. And unless you do something real crazy, right, you lose you can't lose your scholarship. So once you have it, so they have to do background checks. They got to do all these things. So I would say be very respectful. The other thing I would say is this: take care of your grades. The first thing.
He needs to say that about 10 more times, because the teachers are like, amen.
Yes, take care of your grades, because here go the thing. And I'm not talking about your electives, because that's not what a college look at. So when a recruiter comes in, a recruiter looks at the fact your core classes. Find out what your core classes are, right? Which is your math, your Englishes, your sciences, right? Your social studies. That's what they look at. That's what they count. So you got to take care of that. And you have to take care of that early. And
they care about your grades. Absolutely. They don't just care about your athletic performance and your potential athletically. Why do they care about the grades part? Tell them. Let's break it down.
Well, guess what? If your grade's not right, first of all, your grades have to be good enough to even get accepted into the college. That's the first thing.
And the NCAA.
Yes, NCAA rules says that you at least have to have a 2.0, right? So each grade is counted. A is 4, a B is 3. So you don't get credit for a B plus or a B minus. It's a B. So you get 3 points. C is 2 points, D is 1 point, F is 0 points. And you have to take your core classes from the 9th grade for all the way up to your senior year. Accumulate what that is, and if it's better than a 2.0, okay, you pass that part of it.
Right.
But then they have this test they call the ACT or the
ACT, right?
Yes. And so when you look at that one, depending on how your GPA is, it depending on how high you got to score on those tests. So the SAT and the ACT, if you got a 2.0, you got to score real high on that test. Because that test is not an easy thing. The higher your GPA, the lower you have to score on the test. So
are you saying to them that they cannot play college athletics if they don't make a certain score on their SAT or ACT?
Absolutely.
The dream is over.
The dream is stopped.
Okay.
You're going to have to go to a prep school or a junior college, which is tough. Because now it's 100 kids out there at the same situation, same talent, fighting for 40 spots.
Wow.
So now it becomes very, very hard, right, to go through that. And you're not in the limelight no more. Are you like in the middle of nowhere where nobody coming to the games, nobody care about the games, and you getting beat up every day in practice because, and you have to go a tougher road. Make it easy.